bringing you. We'll go for it. I
Okay,
think
I'm
that's
recording.
like, oh, here we go. Should we start over now?
Yeah, let's
You want to start?
let's take it back a little bit.
Oh, sure, sure,
No, no,
sure.
we'll come back to it. Let's just keep on going
Okay,
now.
cool.
I'll circle back
But
though.
yes, the question was, what drew me to the role and like
Right.
how the process of getting it. And I think you're totally right. I think like the universe provides the role that's right for you,
Perfect.
and at the right time, at the right place. And if it's
Yeah,
yours, then it's yours.
that's awesome.
Um, and
Because
I
that's
really
pretty rare. I mean, what did the script say for your like? What was the description for the character?
sure she's a Filipino
Hmm.
nurse, Muslim, hijab wearing, and can
Uh-huh.
speak Tagalog. And she's really good at her job,
Right.
and she's steady and smart.
Okay.
And she has been working in this hospital for a good chunk of time.
Nice.
I was I was thinking I'm all those things except being Muslim. I'm not
Oh, right.
Muslim.
Okay, you're not Muslim. Okay, but you were everything else, studying for medical, studying this language.
Yeah.
It just lines
Yeah.
up perfectly there. And I totally agree with what you said. It's like if the universe just had that role, just like you didn't even see that you were going towards it, you know? And
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that's
I
that's
agree. I agree.
so
And
awesome.
just being in the right place at the right time to be able to be ready to to achieve that role, I
Right.
think is such something that I'm so learning as I've been in this, chase for years in LA of
Okay.
God, I want that role. Why wasn't it? And I just don't think I was ready for it.
Sure.
And there's
Okay.
some where I'm like, oh, why didn't I get that? And it's just I don't think I was ready for it. It probably wasn't as tailor made or wasn't really mine at that
Right.
time.
So you believe it's
And
not just the preparedness, but it's also like when you're ready for that role. And it's like a combination of like, and then it's like an intersection and it happens and it just kind of locks. Nice. Okay.
I think so. I believe that.
Well, I
I
mean,
think
you're perfect in this role right here. And
thank you.
this is an awesome show.
Yeah, I'm really digging it. And and the show continues to take me by surprise. Like I'm watching it too. I haven't seen, we started filming this back in
When
July
okay, of what
this
year?
year.
This
Oh
year,
no,
really?
this year, 2024.
2024. Okay.
And
Got you.
so we just wrapped the last episode last week.
Okay. The last
Um,
episode. Okay.
the last episode. And so I mean, I'm in all the episodes, so I've read all the scripts,
So
but
it's airing, but you just wrapped though.
we were right.
Oh wow. Okay.
Well, it was crazy because Stefan, the we were actually yes, we were wrapping in February, and
Hmm.
then it was actually supposed to start airing in April,
Okay.
um,
All
and
right.
like that, but it got pushed up because there was another show that I think couldn't make it to
They saw how
their
good this show was, and they said we gotta put it out
and they're
now.
like, get in
Get
there,
it
but
out
because
now.
it's
Yeah.
so close. So we swooped in.
Right. Perfect timing. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was great. I think we're pretty happy about it. But it was weird filming while the show was now airing.
Right. I mean, you're getting feedback. Are you reading the responses of folks online
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever as
we're
you're
seeing
shooting the
all the
next
responses.
episodes?
Oh my God,
Okay.
so
How is
crazy.
that? Like, does that feed the performance or like how did that work on set? Like, does anything evolve or change after, based on feedback that might come offline? I'm asking this question because it's a question that I have for a while now about like shows that are shooting and airing. Like, when someone's like, I got the answer to the show, I've solved it or something.
Yeah,
So does the feedback online affect the episodes that you're still shooting?
I think probably not in any real tangible way. And I can
Okay.
only speak for myself because
All
I
right.
feel there's a lot of people. I mean, when the show was airing, all the reviews come out,
Right.
blah blah blah. We get to set.
Okay.
Sure, we're like, oh great, people enjoy the show, but when we're on the set and filming this, we're working so
You
focused.
guys are like in a hospital. Like, I
Oh
mean,
my God.
I'm sure you guys
Yeah.
are as laser focused as the characters you're portraying
Totally
there. So you're
laser
probably
focused.
really
And it's
honed in.
totally, and it's not really, it doesn't leave room for like
Right.
people's opinions outside of what we're
Sure.
doing.
I see.
But we're all really conscious of how people are enjoying the show.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
But
people love
it
this
doesn't
show.
actually change anything. But there are some actors, some of my, but my buddies, my colleagues, who they really choose not to read reviews,
Sure. Yeah.
choose not to even watch. They haven't even watched it yet.
They won't even
Like
watch the
they
episodes.
weren't even watching it yet.
Oh,
They're like,
wow. I
I need to
like
get through it.
they
I
want to get
need,
it done.
yeah, because they didn't want it to inform what they were doing in the last episodes.
Oh
Like
yeah,
it's
that's
hard
I
for
didn't
them
even
to
think
see
about that. They could
themselves.
watch, you guys could watch the episode and go, I didn't like the way,
Yeah,
or I want to change something, and then you go
yeah,
in there and it's a
totally.
big, wow, all right, that's I
So it's
appreciate the
kind of
insight in our
yeah, it's really kind of like how you as the artist
right,
can really either receive the feedback and it in what it does for you. So
right.
when in terms of because I do a lot of theater
Hmm.
in Los Angeles,
Okay.
and so when there's a review that comes out for theater,
Hmm.
I feel like I choose not to read those reviews mostly because then I have a performance the
You
next
got
day, and
another
now
performance
that
though,
will
right?
be
Yeah.
form like I'll feel like crazy
The
or
weight
whatever.
of that, like, I mean, you don't even
Totally.
want it to like pop up in the back of
Oh
your
my
head at
God.
all. You want to be
Because it
focused
is
on the here and now and everything.
totally. Because for theater, it is changeable. And I feel like
Right.
for television, it's already done. It's already on TV.
It's on
Like I
TV,
can't
right?
change it.
Yeah, you
Can't change
can't
it
like
anymore.
I'm a new character now.
So,
Just
so I'm fine to read the review. And I'm like, if they didn't like it or like it, I'm like, well, can't do anything about it
we just
now.
keep on rolling. Yeah, that's okay. Nice. All right,
So,
that's
so I think
cool.
it's a little bit different. But I mean, this is special because all the feedback for the pit has been, wonderful and positive.
Nice.
So,
All right.
um,
I've
I
seen some
mean,
good reviews. Yeah.
yeah, we haven't really been affected by like bad.
Yeah, it's not been no sour press coming out about this. It's
Sure.
like
I mean,
yeah,
some people
and
always have bad opinions, but
oh
I mean,
yeah,
for
you can always there's always somebody. I think
yeah.
you know.
But I'm glad you enjoy it.
Oh,
I'm
I
really happy.
definitely do. Yeah, it is I gotta do some things like this weekend, but then sometime during this weekend I'm gonna be watching more episodes though.
I actually feel like it might be cool to, within your busy schedule, but since the show is like one day,
Hmm.
because every episode is 1 hour of an entire day shift,
It's
like if
1 hour of so can you explain that
yeah,
to our viewers? So every episode that they watch is 1 day in the hospital or 1 hour.
so there's say if you're a doctor and you're
Right.
working, you go in for a 12-hour shift,
Sure.
right? So every episode is in chronological order 1 hour of your shift.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I
So
didn't
this
even catch
whole
it.
thing takes place in just 15 hours.
Wow.
One
Okay.
thing. So it'd be cool to just watch that all and be
Yeah, and
like,
it'd be like a shift right there.
like
That is a cool idea there.
it's like
Yeah.
24, that show
Oh, like
24.
24. Yeah, yeah, the cop show. Yeah, that's a I love true crime and stuff. And well, that's
So
a
it's really,
fascinating way to watch this show.
you
What's
just
that?
binge it and it'll be
Yeah.
like real time. Like, oh, we're just in the shift of the hospital. I
Yeah, I
kind
feel
of
like a doctor. I feel like I'm there with you guys or something like that. I mean,
like,
it's a great show. That's a
yeah,
cool
yeah.
idea. Might
Just,
have to. Yeah. Now, I got a few more questions for you, right?
please, I'm
So,
ready.
um, let me see which one I want to ask you. I mean, wow, I was going to ask you about medical training, right?
Yeah,
Like, did
sure.
you have to under now, all right. On top, beside, you did mention the fact that you had already, been moving down that line to becoming a specialist in the medical field. In addition, after you landed the role, did you have to do any other training, like any new medical training or anything like that?
Yes,
Okay,
correct. I do have a somewhat medical background. I was, training to be and studying to be a doctor for a long time before I switched to be an actor, and that was in 2008
really?
after a little bit after college.
Okay,
Um, so the stuff of being a nurse and my mother is a nurse practitioner.
really?
My
Okay.
father is a doctor. So
Oh,
I've been
wow.
around.
There's a character in the show with a similar setup to that, where it's like my mom works
Yeah.
here and my dad works here.
Totally, totally.
Yeah, yeah.
And all like my aunts and uncles are dentists and my
Oh,
cousins are doctors. So this is,
yeah. It's
I've
like,
sort of surrounded
yeah, you're
by
home. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This
really
year.
like I've lived like oh my God, I've been in hospitals all through childhood, just like following my dad around.
Oh,
So it
wow. That's
wasn't
insightful.
anything. Yeah, it wasn't anything so foreign to me. And like the
Okay.
medical jargon, it wasn't so completely a different language, which I
Right.
really appreciated. That was something in my wheelhouse. In terms of getting the role, and then once we started shooting July, I think, you know, mid-July was when we started filming, but we
Okay.
had
And what year was this? This was 2020
2024.
24. Okay.
And we had 2 weeks of medical boot camp. The
Really?
doctors actually had 2 weeks, and then the nurses had a week. So,
Okay.
and that was a training with real doctors and real nurses. They came
Okay.
in, and they gave us some basics of how to start an IV, how to look like you're starting an
Sure. Yeah,
IV,
those things. Yeah, right. You guys aren't doing real
how to
IVs
look
on
like
folks.
you
Right.
really
Yeah,
know
you
how to
really, it's
the
authentic. That's what adds to that, like the realism of the show then, because I guess it's like we're watching real medical staff here.
Yeah,
And
and we have medical staff every day on set.
really, oh, right.
They're also part of the background,
Oh,
and
wow.
also helping choreograph all the trauma scenes, all the
Right.
medicine. We have like at least one or two doctors and four nurses every day. They're just helping us make everything look real,
Wow. Okay.
and being part of the scene.
Are they
So
like
it's
consultants on the show or something like that?
yeah, there are medical consultants, medical techs every
Oh,
day.
wow. Okay.
Yeah,
That is fascinating. It is a very very interesting show. And I'm
yeah.
sure it's going to be long running. I mean, this is it's exciting, you know.
Stefan, I literally just got a message right before I got on the phone with you that we
Yeah.
just got renewed for season two.
What?
So we're
Okay. Well,
excited.
congratulations to you.
Thank
Yeah, that's awesome. All right,
you. Yeah,
cool. We'll get to
I'm so stoked. We've been wondering. Like we were like,
yeah. I mean, they got to renew this. This is pretty. It's an intense medical show. I watched, it is like
yeah, yeah,
I
we're
didn't.
stoked.
Yeah. Congratulations to you.
Thank
And
you.
it's Valentine's Day. So that's awesome for you.
Happy
Yeah.
Valentine's Day. Yay.
Yeah, have Valentine's Day. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Um, what else? Let me see here. Wow, it's crazy because I wrote these questions down prior and then I didn't expect you to answer them like saying, "Oh, I was already in that
Oh
medical
yeah, yeah.
sort of, so
Totally.
that's great. And
Ask anything.
this is this is an awesome show. Listen, how did you react to reading the first script though?
Hmm.
Like, because with your background and everything, and then you're reading
Yeah.
that first script, but did you already have the role like cemented before you read the script, or did you have to audition for it?
I believe when I got the initial audition, they also gave me the first three scripts.
Really? Okay.
The first three episodes. So before even sending in my first tape, I had knowledge of the first three episodes. So you've watched
Nice.
one and two,
Yeah.
and so it was I knew that it was the writers of ER, and
Hmm.
I of course I have knowledge of an ER and a hospital, but reading it on the page, and also in retrospect, reading it on the page and looking at it now on television. Um, it's it's so it on the page it was so packed with
Okay.
so many things, and I actually didn't know, and so many characters
All
on
on
the
it.
on
Right.
like
I mean, the dialogue had to be, it's sharp, it's
yeah,
witty, and it's there's so much going on,
so
like
much going on, and
everywhere.
like the pilot, it just drops you into this world right away.
Right.
So it
Okay.
took me a while, like maybe a couple reads to really kind of understand like who this
Sure.
person was and what's going
Right,
on.
to get up to speed into it and everything. Okay.
Totally. But even then, I feel like I couldn't really grasp the speed, like the capacity and the speed of these workers until we were on our feet doing it.
Oh,
And
wow.
I mean, it just was such a testament. And I haven't done a ton of television before. I'm mostly a theater
Theater,
actor
right.
on
Sure.
but I feel like it's incredible how the writers are able to visualize this hospital, this wide open space,
Sure.
and they have all the characters, in and out of rooms, and really know exactly where they're all at the same place, and just
Amazing.
relentless patients coming in,
Right.
minute
Yeah, they are
after
relentless. I mean, I was
minute.
feeling anxiety watching this show. I mean,
It's
there's
so,
folks everywhere, and then
oh
like
my
there's a
gosh.
scene, not to spoil anything, but where there's like a walk out of the hospital and then a walk back in through the lobby.
Hmm.
And it was
Hmm.
like, oh man, this is an intense show. It doesn't end. It's like a non it doesn't end,
Yeah,
the
and
folks
it
coming.
just keeps getting crazier. And so it just I in terms of reading the script, it was so much action already.
Right,
And it was really thrilling. It was so exciting to see this medical show it really is just about the patients and the
right.
doctor and the healthcare professionals.
Yeah.
It was so different than, any medical drama, and I love medical dramas
Okay.
that I've ever seen. Like there wasn't a lot, at least in the first three episodes that I read, there wasn't a lot of,
Yeah,
melodrama,
melodrama going on outside of the world.
all that
It
stuff
drops you right in that
in the
you're there.
hospital.
I mean, I don't,
That's it. And we
with the
don't leave we don't really, that's our set, just
right,
the
that's the
hospital.
hub. Oh wow, okay.
We
It's
don't, we don't really, go anywhere else.
there's
The
no
whole,
big lunches out or anything like that. It's right. And I mean, it's perfect
nobody's
though.
like
It
going
adds
home
to the
with anybody
intensity.
or
None of
anything
that
like
stuff like,
that.
oh yeah, I gotta wait for work and all that stuff. It's
That's
an
all we
intense
do.
show.
It's just medicine, and it's
Nice.
just like learning through these people through their care and interaction with the medicine. And
Nice.
there was something about like really respecting that sort of outlook on medical practitioners and hospital workers
Right.
without having to add a lot of, fluff and
Yeah,
not
it
like
keeps the professionalism. I
that.
feel like I'm watching professionals here solving
Yeah,
like a new
it's
mystery
real.
with every person. It's like because I love mysteries, and I mean, there was the woman who felt the track thing. I won't spoil anything for folks that
Yeah,
haven't seen it, but
but yes,
they've
that
got to check it out on HBO Max, right?
HBO Max or
What the-
Max.
or
I
Max,
think
right? I'll just say Max or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah. And what days does it come on so that we could notify our
sure.
viewers?
Every episode drops Thursdays at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or 9 p.m. Eastern Time if you're in the East Coast. And
Nice.
it's streaming. And we just dropped episode 7 last night,
Oh
so you
wow.
still got 8 more to watch,
All
Stefan.
right. Yeah, I'm gonna finish it and I may take your suggestion and
Oh,
just get
I
that
think
whole
I
feel
think
like
that
I'm in the in the ER on the
then
whole
you get
shift.
to really just feel the exhaustion of
Right.
every hour as it goes along.
I don't know how they do it or I mean
However, you might need like a break in between, just like
yeah,
a
it's an
10.
intense show. Yeah, I may need a break. I mean, I wasn't expecting to even see some of the like wounds and things like
Uh,
that. It
yeah,
was like really well done. And I'm like I could watch a wound in a horror movie, but
yeah.
this was like a real wound. I mean,
Sentiment,
it's a
right?
different setting. It's like this is a real it feels
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah, when you watch like a
It's your
horror
acting, it's the
movie,
acting. Yeah.
yeah, the horror movies, you're like, oh, that is fake. And
Right.
it's
Yeah,
gross.
it's fake. It's gross,
But
but you're there for that. But somebody that's like they
this,
can't communicate their language and everything, and it's
yeah,
like, oh
yeah,
man,
oh,
it's so many. Oh man, it's a great
it's
show.
heartbreaking sometimes.
Definitely. Well, Amielynn, I'd like to thank you for taking time out for this
Thank
interview
you.
today
Yeah,
with LRM. And, we'll be sure to get this interview up and
cool.
get some, review out of the series. After I finish watching the rest of it.
Got it. I look forward to watching it.
I
Thank you so
will.
much, Stefan, for having me. I enjoyed
No,
talking
thank
to
you. Thank you,
you.
Amielynn.
Cool.
Talk
All
to
right.
you. Bye.
Happy Valentine's Day. Bye.
Happy Valentine's Day. See you.